and I'm here with Jack Grisham in Lisa Johnson's Goldmine Garage. You were great today. I loved the red coat and the new blonde hair. It's awesome.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. It's nice. I like it. Yeah.
What made you decide to bleach it? Just a different look?
Really? You want the real? You want the honest answer?
I do.
Because I don't know, the black looks, now I look like a creepy old teacher. Like, you know what I mean? When I do it black, like when you have those weird teachers, oh, Mr. Velarde from English, look at his hair. It looks like a wig. It's like, because they dye it. It's like, so I dyed it and I looked and I go, I got to go to the bleach, man.
Yeah.
This is rough.
I like it. It's a good look for you.
And then it was pink the other day. And then I was like, yeah, pink ain't flying either. So now it's just blonde.
Well, so in addition to being the frontman of TSOL, you're also an amazing photographer.
Thank you very much.
How did you get into photography?
I've been shot like a bunch of times. Like there's pictures of me around here. So there's one right behind us. There's a picture. So I've been shot a lot, right? So, and I don't like it. I can't stand it. But I've worked with a lot of photographers, and so one day I get this email from this guy, and he's like a famous photographer, and he sends me a message. Message said, "Hey Jack, I download stuff off the internet for inspiration, and 6 of the last 10 things I downloaded came off your camera, came off your phone. Why don't you just buy a fucking camera?" That was the message. So I bought a camera. So that was it.
That's awesome.
And then a month later, I had to pawn it for rent. But now I'm back. I've got another one. And yeah.
So when you're cultivating your style of photography, where do you draw inspiration from?
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Vogue.
Really?
Yeah, I'm like a total, it's funny. It's like I always tell these people, it's like playing with dolls. It's like a boy playing with dolls. Because it's like I really like that really classic, clean, really clean and classic kind of look for stuff. So that's what I do.
And your photography does have that. It has kind of like an old-timey noir type feel to it, and it is very sleek, like Vogue.
Right. So that's right. Yeah. I could look at the mag. It was funny. I had this girl over the other day, and she goes, "Oh, we can go through magazines together." I go, "Yeah, that sounds wonderful."
That's really funny.
Yeah. And it's funny because when I was a kid, my mom used to give me shit because like a lot of boys have rock posters up in their room, but I had posters of Sophia Loren and Bridget Bardot. I had all these hot girl posters in the room. It's like my friends would come over and they're like, "Oh, it's like, where's the sports?" It's like, that's the sport, man.
Yeah. In addition to that, you're also an established author.
Right.
What motivated you to want to start writing books?
Same. It's always bullshit. However I get started in something, it's always some whacked out. I was on tour with my buddy on tour. He was talking about his taco stand. He wants to do a punk rock swap meet taco stand. That's his plan. I go, "You're so full of shit, man." And it was like Forrest Gump. I go, "Hey, if you do a taco stand, I'll come and flip the grill. I'll work the grill for you if you actually do it, right?" And he goes, "Fuck you. What about your book? You're always talking about this book you don't make." And I go, "Okay, I'll go home and write a book." So that's how it started. I went home and wrote a book.
Which one was the most challenging for you? I mean, you have several
books. American
books.
Demon was probably the first one was the most because I didn't know how to write.
Yeah.
So I was I write songs. They have 50 words. It's like fuck the government, fuck the government. It's pretty easy, right? So, but I never really thought a lot about writing, and so the first one was learning how to write.
Yeah.
And it was where you had to, and I'm a one-finger typist.
So really?
It's crazy. I'll do a book with 200,000 words with one finger. It's
It must take you forever.
I'm really fast. I'm the fastest one-finger typist you've ever seen. It's really pretty funny.
I saw that one of your short stories was actually, you turned it into a film with Susan Diner.
Yeah, it was kind of a take on this Charles Bukowski thing. So I was looking at this Bukowski book, and I think it's called Give Me Your Love. And I go, "Oh, this is cool." He took a short story and made a comic book out of it. I go, "I'm going to do that with a TSOL song." So I took a TSOL song wrote a short story of it, made a book, and I thought, oh, this would kind of be a cool short film.
Yeah.
So I called Susan Diner, and so we got together and made the film.
And so I saw, it was an older post on your Facebook, I saw that you had crowdfunding for it. It was successful because obviously the short film came out.
Well, it was successful for Susan and I. Now, whether the crowdfunders were happy about it, I think it's happy. They all got posters and stuff, and we had a show and tried to do it.
Yeah.
But not like finance and stuff. Like nowadays, you gotta go online and hustle to finance stuff. Whether it's records or books or photos or whatever, it's like you gotta actually go online and just try to find the money any way you can. And the thing is, like, it's actually really cool. People are really supportive and loving to me. They're very nice to me. And, and they figure, well, if we want a new Jack record, we're going to have to just pay them up front, or whatever.
Well, exactly. And I mean, they're supporting, you're using your fans to put out more stuff for them as opposed to just saying, sorry, guys, I don't have the money to do it.
Right. And it really takes money to do shit. Like, people think you can just do it all at home. That's not really true, man. Like, I find out I'd have these guys go, oh, I did this movie all at home. And then you find out, no, man, your mom was renting you gear.
Yeah,
and
you need stuff.
I mean, you guys know what they take to buy shit. It's a lot of money, man. It's like to get mics and get a good camera and go in and work something. And then hours and hours of editing and all this. Like, people think you just walk in and like, oh, it's done. It's like, what? Man?
It's like, where do you think these things come from? They don't just come out of thin air.
Yeah, they think you just sit on your iPhone and pop out a record or something. I don't know what they're thinking of, but it's,
No, but I think it is great to rely on your fans and bring them into it, because then they feel like a part of the project too.
Well, we put a bunch of them in the movie and shit. It's like, oh, come be in the movie. Like some guys actually got to be stiffs. So in the morgue scene, there's other bodies laying around. So there's guys that are alive and they're laying on the morgue thing, like getting in the shots. It's pretty funny. Yeah.
That's cool. And for them, it was probably like the coolest thing ever. They're like, yeah, I got to be a part of this.
Got to be in a movie, yeah.
The internet's amazing like that, where you can reach people in a different way.
Yeah, and I love, like, sometimes people give me shit because I'm always online fucking around, right? But I tell people it's so cool because you can actually talk to the people that read your books and like your music and like the photography, and like, so you can talk to the people that appreciate your work. Yeah. And on the other side of it, it's like they can talk to you. Yeah. Like, if I think when I was a kid, if I could have, just like got online and said, hey, Freddie Mercury, hey, Freddie, what do you got doing today? He's like, oh, I'm sitting in the house getting ready to make a new record. It's like, so it's bitching, like, and of course, I'm not on that. I'm on a little level, but it's bitching that when these guys in bands or movies go online and, like, interact with people. I think it's fucking bitching.
It is cool. TSOL being a band for almost 40 years now, what are some of the moments you're most proud of, and what do you see for the future of the band?
Well, we just cut a new single, which I'm really proud of, because I've never made like everybody knows the kind of music I like. So I listen to Barry White, I listen to Delphonics, I listen to Stylistics, Gil, I all this shit. So I've always, like, grown up on soul stuff. Like, I would be dragging my friends down to go see Curtis Mayfield and shit. So it's like I drag all these punks to a Curtis Mayfield show, and they're like,
went with you?
You're fucked up. So, I mean, I remember I was literally doing robberies with Barry White tapes playing in the car. It's like somebody'd go, why aren't you listening to Black Flag? It's like, because I got a Love Unlimited Orchestra on, man. I'm not listening to that. So knowing that, I finally talked my guys into recording a soul song. Yeah. So we recorded this R&B go-go. It's kind of like this R&B go-go beat song. Uh-huh. And we recorded it, and they go, well, do you want to speed it up? I go, no, I don't want to speed it up. I don't want to do anything. We're going to leave it as it is, right? So all we did is we recorded it, but we used hard guitars. Okay. And it's bitchin'. It's like a chick song. Like, Beyonce actually tried to get a hold of this song, and somebody else did it. So just think that. So TSOL just covered a song that Beyonce was trying to cover which I think is pretty fucking funny, you know?
It is funny. But there are artists that are starting to go that way. Artists that are a little bit more, you cover these songs that are just completely off the wall different of something you wouldn't cover, and they turn out really good.
Yeah, because it's a cool song. The song's cool, And somebody it's like, hey, look, man, when I got into punk rock, you basically did whatever you wanted to do.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't say, oh, I got to look like this, and I got to do this and do this. It's like, no, fuck you, man. We got to do this. We're going to do this. This is what we want to do. And it was really the attitude. It's like the punk rock thing wasn't as much a sound. I mean, although it did have kind of like a wild edge to the sound, but it was more like an attitude. Like, because I've seen a lot of punk rock bands, and I think, fuck you, you act like Journey, you dick, man. It's like, you're not, I don't give a fuck what you're wearing, man. You're a fucking cocksucker rock star. Fuck off. Sorry, losing it a little bit here. But, so it's like, hey, man, no, it's the attitude. And so we took our attitude and we put it on this R&B song.
That's cool.
And everyone that's heard it just says, fuck, that's badass. It's like,
that's
so
really
fun.
cool.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited to hear the new song, and thank you so much for taking the time to talk.
Oh, you're very welcome. This is Jack Grisham from TSOL, and you're watching Last Rockers TV.